Hey, welcome to another adventure in no code. It's come to my attention from my own self that I'm getting very, very tired of doing adventures when the program is super small and super boring. I think originally these small little programs were fun when we started these adventures because every program was something new. We were learning new commands. We were rediscovering methods, ways I used to program. And for me, that was nostalgic. And for you, I don't know, maybe it was interesting. But after so many awesome episodes, to go back and do what we did the last two episodes is really dull and really boring. And I'm getting, well, I'm not having fun doing them. So I made a decision. There are two things. I want to not do one program per episode if the episode is going to be shorter than the actual intro, because that's boring. I don't want to do small programs and focus solely on one small program that's not doing anything new or creative or exciting, because that's boring. But at the same time, I don't want to skip any. I don't want to say, oh, I don't want to do that program because it's dumb and boring. So what I did was I wrote a program, not in QBasic, so we won't go through it unless you really want me to. But I wrote a program to open up all the text files. And by text files, I mean the text files that we created for my Adventures in Old Code file. Actually, let's open this up in QBasic. So we can actually run QBasic because that's fun. So if you recall, I had all these files and I keep track of them all. The biggest one was QB, and this holds all of the programs in that directory. So what I did, I did it twofold. I went through this file in particular because there was so much in it, and I removed from it all the non-programs. There were a lot of files that were not programs, data files, exe files, object files, which get created when you compile something into an exe. There's some zip files. There was even a bitmap file, a picture of a castle, which I think is going to be used in another program at some point. And so I removed all of those. And then what I did was I came up with an arbitrary standard for what I defined a small program. And the idea was that I'm extracting all these small programs from these lists and putting them into another file. So when I come to make a new adventure, and I use the Adventures in Old Code program to choose an adventure for me, I know I'm not going to be stuck with a very small, little, boring program. And the threshold, the criteria for small program that I've decided on is anything less than 2 kilobytes. So everything else in this file is more than 2 kilobytes. And so I think that's going to be helpful for us moving forward. And I made a new directory called small. And this has all, oh, I need to rename them because they're more than 8 characters. But anyhow, this is all the small programs in the QuickBasic directory. And you can see the ones with asterisks we've done. Really, those three really, Team Square and Coax, I mean, they really fueled this adventure in no code and this taking a step back and trying to figure out what these adventures are all about. And so what we're going to do is we are indeed going to look at these small programs. We're just going to do it in a different way. So I've got small programs in the dump folder. There are also a few larger programs in the dump folder, which will give them their own episode. But so my idea for these small programs is to know I'm doing small programs going into an episode and not just doing one of them per episode. So we will have certain episode numbers. When the number of the episode meets a certain criteria, you can figure it out. We will do an episode with multiple small ones, and we'll just fill up the time. I think we'll take 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and we'll just go through a bunch of them. And in that way, I'll know that I don't have to look at something boring. And you'll know that you don't have to look at something boring, but at least we'll shove all the boring things in one episode and maybe do some fun things with them. Who knows? Anyway, that's what I'm going to do moving forward. We'll see how that works. I don't really know how it's going to work, but I'm excited about it because I'm tired of doing, going through code that asks how many Cokes you can buy, because that's not fun. Yeah. So anyway, the other thing I wanted to say about this. Oh no, I'm not in the small directory. The other thing I wanted to say is, we have a lot of programs left. Here are the big programs in the dump folder. So there are a few. Stock Simulator, obviously, we've got a few more. 3 more versions, full versions of Stock Simulator left. So that is great and exciting. The big programs in the Quick Basic folder are going to be the brunt of our episodes moving forward because there are so many of them. And there are 211 large programs in the Quick Basic folder, and we've done 2 of them so far. 2 of them since I made this program. We have done a few others, but I didn't have this system with the text files and the asterisks when we did them. So we've got a lot of stuff coming up. I'm excited about it, and hopefully you can be excited about it too. So this is episode number 53. We'll do, just a heads up, we'll do an episode with small programs when we hit episode 59, and then we'll take it from there. So what do 53 and 59 share in common? Perhaps nothing. That's for you to figure out. Okay, thanks for joining me in this adventure in no code. Have a nice day, and we'll see you next time.